In this video, we're going to see why a lot of Chinese men seeking for love overseas. A lot of you guys probably already know some of the reasons, so we're going to watch the video and also comment down below.
Oh my, this is really interesting. I really can't figure out what's going on nowadays. Has anyone heard? Chinese men are now in high demand on the international market and have practically become hot commodities. Especially in countries like Vietnam, Laos, Pakistan, Myanmar, and others, many foreign girls have a strong preference for Chinese men. At the same time, Chinese men are also very keen on finding girlfriends from abroad, as if these foreign girls are more popular than Chinese girls. Do foreign girls look more beautiful than Chinese girls? Do they have 2 extra legs, or are they all as beautiful as the legendary Xi Shi? I really don't buy this, because it's widely recognized around the world that Eastern women are the most beautiful. Who wouldn't like Chinese girls? But looking at the current trend, it seems that quite a few Chinese men have been enchanted. They can't find a partner domestically and are rushing abroad to find wives. Honestly, I really don't buy this. So where exactly are Chinese women falling behind? Today, we'll take a good look at this topic and discuss it thoroughly. Let's not talk about others, just take myself as an example. I'm 39 years old, unmarried, and have a diploma. My criteria for choosing a partner aren't that high, right? I only hope the other person is about my age and around my height. I'm 1.68 meters tall, so I hope he is about the same height. As long as he is ambitious, that's enough. Also, I don't have high demands for the bride price. As long as the man has a stable job and his looks are passable, that's fine. Do you think my criteria are high?
Now we're going to compare what the Chinese women are seeking for in a man and then what foreign women are seeking for in a man. So we're going to see which one is the best option for men. Let's get into it.
It is shockingly just that the man takes a liking to them. How can Chinese girls compete with that? Just in terms of dating standards, we've already lost miserably. I'm really not convinced, but what can we do? Let's keep comparing other aspects. And here comes the key issue. Who will handle the household chores after marriage? My view is that after marriage, household chores should be shared by both parties. Whoever has time does them. After all, marriage is about mutual support, and we can't expect one person to do everything. Isn't that a reasonable division of labor? That shouldn't be considered demanding, right? But let's see what those foreign girls say. They actually say they can handle all the household chores and that men don't need to do anything, practically placing men on a pedestal. With this, we Chinese girls lose again. Now, let's talk about having children. Personally, I think having one child is enough. After all, raising children today is not as simple as it used to be. The cost from birth to adulthood is practically incalculable. If you calculate it, it might scare people to death. So, I think we shouldn't put too much pressure on men. This way, I should already be considered very considerate of the other party, right? But look again at what those foreign girls say. They actually say that as long as the man is happy, they'll have as many children as he wants. We've totally lost again.
Damn!
Admit defeat. In terms of cost effectiveness, we can't compete with those foreign girls at all. If I were a man, I might also choose a foreign bride who is easier to get along with. Although we've lost, I still want to ask the Chinese men, do you all really prefer to find foreign women? Are foreign women really that attractive to you?
I don't think men go overseas because women overseas are more attractive than women in their culture. I think the big difference is it's their requirement and how the women going to treat them when they're in a relationship. I don't think it's all about how good the person look, what the person willing to do for the relationship. So make sure you guys comment down below. Do you really think men go overseas just because of looks, or is it more than just looks?
Has anyone recently noticed that more and more Chinese men are marrying foreign women? Is this because men are worshipping foreign things, or are Chinese women just not attractive enough? Last time, I was taking the high-speed train to Guangzhou, and I happened to meet a couple in the same carriage. The woman was a foreigner, and the man was Chinese. Since the man was around my age, we started chatting. He told me that he used to work in Shenzhen and had once dated a Chinese girl. Their relationship had reached the point where they were considering marriage. However, the girl's family demanded a high bride price and also required a house and a car, conditions that he simply couldn't meet. In the end, he had no choice but to give up on that relationship. Later, due to work, he met his current wife, who was sitting next to him, the foreign woman. She was very different from Chinese girls. She didn't need a house, didn't need a car, and didn't ask for a bride price. All she wanted was for the man to treat her well and be sincere, unlike some Chinese women who impose all kinds of conditions that make men back off. What's more, if the marriage unfortunately ends in divorce, the man would still have to split his assets, which is too big a risk. He said that after marriage, if a man earns less, the woman will blame him for being unambitious. If he earns more, the woman will complain that he doesn't care about the family and doesn't spend time with them. On one hand, they enjoy men's unconditional support, but on the other, they often complain about men's shortcomings. This is the harsh reality. His words left a deep impression on me. In fact, men have it hard too. They are not Iron Man, nor are they gods who can do everything. If you want a man who is handsome, stylish, romantic, has a house, a car, and savings, and at the same time treats you with utmost care, have you ever asked yourself, do you deserve these demands? What special qualities do you have? Are you extraordinarily beautiful, or is your family extremely wealthy? It is precisely these high demands that have led more and more Chinese men to choose foreign women. Do you think this is the case?
This is the reason. So a lot of men going overseas because the requirements is crazy. Now you want the man to make a lot of money, but you're gonna cry. He don't spend a lot of time with you. If he doesn't have money, you're gonna leave him. Look for a man with money.
In the next 5 to 10 years, cross-border marriages may become a common phenomenon, especially for Chinese women, as finding a suitable partner may become increasingly difficult. Does this trend really exist? According to some survey data, we know that currently in China, about 80% of men say they are open to the idea of cross-border marriages. This shows that more and more Chinese men are considering the possibility of marrying foreign women. Take an example from just a few days ago. A local boy in his 30s from Shanghai successfully got together with a Russian exchange student, and they are about to walk down the aisle. The man confessed that at first, he didn't consider marrying a foreigner. Since the age of 26, he has frequently attended blind dates and met nearly 30 Chinese girls. However, he found that many of them immediately demanded an 800,000 yuan bride price and required him to have a house and a car. This made him feel immense pressure, and some girls even wanted him to act as a backup and find a new father for their child. After several unpleasant blind dates, he gradually lost confidence and decided to let things take their course. However, fate led him to meet this Russian girl. They fell in love at first sight, and after just half a month of dating, they confirmed their relationship and decided to get married. I believe stories like this sound an alarm for many Chinese girls. Times have changed, and it's time to face reality. Chinese men are becoming increasingly popular in the international marriage market. Many foreign women appreciate the gentle and kind nature of Chinese men, especially their willingness to pamper their wives and their loyalty to their families in marriage. These traits attract women from various countries, such as Russia, South Korea, Myanmar, and Vietnam. The marriage culture in these countries differs from China, especially in terms of bride prices and requirements for a house or car. For example, in Germany, parents are generally not involved in the entire wedding process, so the concept of a bride price simply doesn't exist. Moreover, in Germany, many people don't demand a house or car before marriage. They value the essence of love more than material conditions. It can be said that cross-border marriages are gradually becoming a new trend, which is not just a matter of personal choice but also reflects the changes in social culture. So, will everyone support such a marriage trend?
I don't understand how some of them make it so hard. It's really not that hard. All you have to do is change your standards and then learn to work with men. Not everything gotta be about you. This is what I need from you. You gotta do this, you gotta do that if you want to be in a relationship with me. It doesn't work like that.
Recently, I met a Russian girl, and honestly, I've started to like her a bit. Last week, I bumped into her while ice skating, and I felt she was really nice, with a particularly easygoing personality. We chatted for a bit, and she mentioned that she really likes Chinese food. I thought to myself, this is a good opportunity. So I said to her, if you have time, you can come to my place, and we'll cook some Chinese food for you. Unexpectedly, she really came today.
She wanted some Chinese food. She didn't say, take me out where you're gonna spend a lot of money. She didn't have a problem where you take her to your place and then you cook for her. See, this is really simple, but some, they want you to take them to an expensive restaurant to spend a lot of money. This is why a lot of men just gonna leave them alone.
Unexpectedly, she really came today. Because I was upstairs busy cooking, my friend went downstairs to greet her. The moment she walked through the door, I was instantly mesmerized by her.
Yeah, boy.
To be honest, that day at the ice rink it was a bit dark, so I didn't get a clear look at her. But today, she looked especially beautiful, completely making my heart skip a beat. At that moment, I really felt that her beauty was even more stunning than before. And I have to say, this Russian girl has quite the character. She insisted on using chopsticks to eat, even though we had prepared a knife and fork for her. What surprised me was that she was pretty good with the chopsticks, easily picking up food without any effort, which really made me look at her in a new light. It was obvious that she truly liked Chinese food, as she ate quite a lot. On the other hand, I hardly ate, just kept staring at her, thinking to myself, how is this girl so beautiful?
Sensational.
My friend even reminded me not to stare at her, saying I was making her feel a little embarrassed. After we finished eating, we sat down in the living room to chat. She politely thanked me, saying, "Thank you for the meal today."
This is so nice. She is grateful that you cooked something for her. Unlike some, even if you take them to an expensive place, they might not even thank you. The way this man is talking, I think he's already in love with this girl.
Saying, "Thank you for the meal today. It was really delicious, and you worked hard." Hearing her say that, I felt a sense of joy in my heart, and her compliment felt particularly warm. Then, she suddenly asked me, "What do you think of me?" Oh man, at that moment, I was really at a loss for words, not knowing how to respond. My brain quickly turned, and I hurriedly said, "I think you're a really nice person, and very beautiful too." After hearing that, a smile immediately spread across her face, and she looked very happy. So, I asked her in return, "Then what do you think of me?" She was quite straightforward and said, "First of all, I think you're very handsome. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken the initiative to talk to you at the ice rink that day.
Damn.
And from what I've seen these past few days, I think not only are you a good person, but you can also cook. I really like you." Oh my God, I couldn't believe my ears. She said she really liked me, and my heart was about to leap out of my chest. After that, we chatted for a while longer, and then she started singing. Her singing was incredibly beautiful, and especially the way she looked at me while singing, it completely captivated me. Her voice and movements were simply enchanting, and I really wish time could just stop at that moment. However, it was getting late, and she said it was time to go. As I watched her leave, I felt an overwhelming sense of reluctance. Before she left, she even gave me a hug, and in that moment, I felt like I had completely fallen for her. Now, I really don't know what to do. Have I started to like her? My mind is filled with confusion and anticipation.
Don't be ashamed to admit it that you like the girl. She seems, if she's a nice person, she's treating you right, and then she has everything that you're seeking for in a woman. Why not find a way to make it work? Because both of you are into each other. So I don't see what's wrong with that.